I'm here with Doc Hammer and Jackson Publick, talk the Venture Brothers. First off, guys, you come here pretty much every year, get a rock star ovation. What's it like to see how much people love the Venture Brothers at an event like this?
I get that when I just go to the deli.
Oh, okay.
I walk in and it's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And then I get like a little bit off the, whatever berries I'm buying.
Right. Berries at the deli.
No, I'll tell you what's weird. The rock star ovation kind of thing, you see it and then you're like, nah. You know when somebody says you look nice and you don't believe them? Right. Magnify that. You're just like, yeah, whatever. What is cool about this is that we get to sleep in our own beds.
Ah, there you go. Unlike San Diego.
New York,
yeah.
And unlike San Diego.
So what do you think it is about Venture Brothers that has struck such a chord with people? The costumes, the fanaticism about it. What is it that's got them?
I don't know. The love. I don't know. Just
the late night time slot.
The late night, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be a fan if you're sticking around for something like that.
Yeah. Something's on at 11:30. You're either in college, and that's the point where you get nuts about stuff.
Yeah.
Because everything's you get that heightened perception of reality when you're in college. Mm-hmm. So you get in there, you're there for life.
You got them.
Yeah.
Obviously, there was a long wait for season 5. What can you say about season 6?
It's probably going to be a long wait.
It's going to be a long wait.
Not as long, but long.
Yeah, but they've been a long wait every time, and therefore it's not a long wait. That's how long it takes us to make the show.
Just a wait.
This one will be a normal long wait instead of an extra long wait.
People got to stop comparing us with TV shows that are like professionally made.
Right. So where are you in the process right now? Are you writing episodes at the moment?
Yeah.
We're writing and doing pre-design.
Okay. Season 5 had actually a lot of sort of character changes for the brothers, for Henchman 21. Are there characters you're sort of looking at the next season that maybe they'll be the focus a little more? It might be their time to rise up?
Absolutely. Yeah, we're always pulling guys out, and sometimes we pull them out just to murder them.
Right.
And if you ignore them long enough, they either have to come out or they have to die.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's written on the big board.
Is that always fun for you, though? Like, there might be a character sort of lurking in the background. You're like, hey, it's his time to sort of step up to the plate.
Yeah. Totally. I mean, usually if a guy's even appeared once, there's something we didn't get to fit in the script that we wanted to say about him.
Mm-hmm.
So there's like, now we can do that with this guy. Or gal.
Yeah, and
let's face it,
if he appeared once,
gal.
if he appeared once, we've been fetishizing him for about 5 years now.
Yeah.
And we've been talking about him, so we know exactly what he is, but nobody else knows what he is, except for the plug face guy, which everybody thinks we're gonna pull out one day. We never think about him.
Right.
Yeah.
So you guys, you lay these groundwork. You have things in the background of the show. The financiers.
Investors.
Yeah.
Just as good. Where were you when we came up with that name, by the way?
I'm sorry, I wasn't there that day. But
Financiers.
I'm dyslexic, and I would have many scripts where everything says the fanciers.
That's a good name, too, though.
It'll just go. You should see how I spell sovereign. It's insane.
That's like a necessity for me. It's just massacred. Something like that where you've kind of been like laying little hints here, season 4, season 5, maybe season 6, their time to sort of rise up a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we were definitely building towards something in season 5. And a lot of that is coming to fruition in even the first one.
I've seen the first 2 of season 5.
Oh, man.
At the end, it really is lacking a finale. It gets to this fever pitch.
Yeah,
it gets to this fever pitch, and then you're like, what's coming up? And it's because we only have so many episodes.
We ran out of episodes.
Yeah. So we're going to have that finale. It might be called a premiere, it might be called a special, but we're going to have that finale for you.
Well, you played with the format last year with the Halloween special and then kind of leaping back in. Is that something that you think maybe you'll even do more as far as like jumping back around?
We got yelled at for that.
But we're doing it again.
We're doing it again.
Yeah. And it wasn't really by design. It was just kind of convenience and just wanting the show to be back in some form sooner or later. And yeah, it was just we had a creepy episode. We're like, let's get one on. Let's do a Halloween special. Let's call it a Halloween special. He was already writing.
It was already existing.
It was already an Orpheus creepy episode.
It was already Orpheus Halloween.
And we're like,
episode.
it's actually the first one we're producing this season, so we could actually show it months before the other ones are done. Mm-hmm. Let's just show it. And we're probably doing that again, like this premiere / season 5 late finale, whatever you want to call it. Is probably going to get popped out as a special.
Okay.
Which means it could probably be on this time next year, maybe a little like early fall, while the rest of the season probably won't be till around the beginning of 2015, is it?
Right.
Yeah.
So a little bit similar schedule-wise with that
I think so.
epilogue. Would you
just
say, to
because,
season
yeah,
5?
just because it seems like it'll work better, and it is a big, fairly self-contained story that is exciting and everything on its own, and it's an hour, and so it makes sense to do it as a special.
You also have some plot threads as far as like the Monarch and Dr. Venture, childhood stuff alluded to. Is that something that we might be seeing?
Yeah, we're not dropping anything. Everything is forward. Forward, says the engine of progress.
Yeah.
right.
We think we'll be even better about not dropping.
Yeah,
we've dropped so
We've got a
many
little
things
more
over the years.
discipline in the past few months of like how to manage an episodic television show.
Yeah.
Because we're still learning.
Yeah.
Yeah. You like to think that we're professionals. We are paid for what we do, which means we are professionals, but we're not. We're not professionals.
Yeah.
We're not professionals.
We're hobbyists.
It's a joke. It's a hobby. It's a hobby. It's a TV hobby.
But when the show came back this year, though, it did have a sort of different look to it. There was some advances, sort of animation-wise.
Well, a lot of different things. His direction is getting more understood. We have better boards, better backgrounds, and just Digitalymation, who's our overseas animators, have been working with us long enough to know how we animate. We give them a little more money. It's there's so many things that make it look better, but a lot of it is
We just
Jackson
had we had
well.
just a really strong team, So you're just kind of honing. You're trying to get it to what you wanted it to be all along,
It feels like the show, early on, there was a lot of defeats, a lot of people failing at their endeavors, but it feels like maybe things have gotten a little more optimistic for some of the characters. Things are, the outlook maybe, do you think that might be a sort of a subtle shift happening for the show?
Well, they're all a bunch of failures, but failures are what everybody kind of is. You know what I mean? Even in your successes, there are these gigantic failures.
Yeah.
And in your failures, there are these kind of beautiful successes.
Right.
So I think people are just now realizing that, they're moving on.
Right.
You know what I mean? So their failures they've survived them. We've been on long enough that you've seen them have their moments and then live through their moments.
So Venture Brothers is about accepting your failures.
Well, Hank is about accepting your failures. Venture Brothers...
Hank is more about failure. What?
Yeah.
Hank's about... It's one of my strengths.
Yeah. He changes the F to C and calls it a failure. It's like he's like Letterman. But everybody on the show has a different way of dealing with it. I think the idea that we write about failure is kind of taken out of people like that word, I guess.
Right.
But what we're really writing about is life, and life is full of failures.
Right. Because you die at the end. Epic fail.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the end of the Venture Brothers.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, thank you so much.
And your knees go before that.
Yeah.
So that's not good.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Great talking to you. Thanks a lot.